567-929. Emu bia no de fa hono mo a ye beken ka di amount. We are live on 92.9 megahertz. Also, and I'll call Facebook and search for Kessben TV. Kessben TV program be yaba. What chira de fa honso suna ye beken kan e di amount. Etu betimi adwone ye de bia ye ka. Yes radio aye normal miensa aha na ye yete no eno kire se yenim de edesen. Nemom ebia na nim de eseme. Ena de misu nim de se no. Ena de ni na no yemienu ni na yenim de ne eyepe. Etu do adwenkyere ba na me de adwenkyere ba. Ye kaba mu ana yefua ne anwene o man Ghana. Enti trumika ne kofo adwenkyere fabra sisia na yenkenkan emfama. Go to WhatsApp, oko WhatsApp so a do adwenkyere ba kenkan e di amount. Okay. Sabre die ye kwa homa no so na okay line na akati enche ye ba kwa homa no so na yakwa ne owura David Osei David Oforie Champon former NAT General Secretary ne between komo dia fa Lanjeja examsa Omanpanini John Dramani Mahama enam na education minister so owura honorable Haruna Idrisu pesu otwam no ye betwem ho komo but ekwan a owura Haruna Idrisu ehia mpanifo senya osisi kan no efa ese obote committee no wote committee na oma aye steady ni ahwe ni atwa saade no ye nkohwe video no mrese okay sabere ma me kwa homa no so ansa na ye ntwetwe komo mene owura David Ofori Echampon former NAT General Secretary eba betwetwe komo ofa mo akwaba
Nya Ziega abomo
nyakopa daro ma bibia bokọ de
o nyame adome ya sorry
okay bejidi SS TV ne ben no
TV
ai o de ato Kessben TV okay any adina so na memo audio bi fankyere osisi a se na be ya betimi aboa yankomu adie no ti o okutafo na betimi akọ Facebook na so akọ owura Haruna Idrisu asama waka afa the Lanjeja exams no ana o TV so na obetimi etune na wahwe bi okay eto right champion yenkohwe.
Yes, it's true. The NDC campaigned on a manifesto promise will end licensure exams. We did. And we'll keep faith with the electorate. But I need professional advice on this matter. That is why I'm doing the NDC campaigned on a manifesto promise will end licensure exams. We did. And we'll keep faith with the electorate. But I need professional advice on this matter. That is why I'm putting this committee together to advise most appropriately how to walk through the transition. The transition from a licensure exam regime to a no licensure exam. With further advice, I want to say that one last opportunity of a receipt of the licensure exams for those who couldn't make it the last time must also be part of your recommendations. What do we do? Do we offer them an opportunity of a receipt? There are complaints from the Ghanaian private sector about the quality of the Ghanaian graduate. There are. If you do an assessment and evaluation of interviews conducted both within the public and private sector of Ghana, you will come to find out some questions about what is the quality of this graduate. That is not to say that our universities are not producing the best quality. They are. But I'm sure there are instances that some don't live up to their calling and expectation.
Education Minister Eken.
I think I'm here.
Na mami musao. Amampanyini John Dramani Mahama time na on born tuano was so ba obetwa teacher licensure exams nim owi o se betting tax oba obetwam obetwa e-level so ba obetwam but oba ye e-level wetwa betting tax im abra wanti committee bi ase ehwe saade no eye den na we ni de the education minister say who behia say obete committee no anya a professional advice. A here committee and a professional advice and sana ya cancel the teacher licensure exams.
Ziega. Shagwashi with your Zaka Ubisa near Madame Aruna. Then why the need for a committee to advise? Talk us here. But on a more serious note, Ziega, one will say, come on. See, any maybe I am true of what as Ghanaians, parties in general, especially. So when you are drafting a manifesto of a political party, are we intending to win political power? There are certain aspects of manifesto now over Chonwa who have professional advice that now be the final product. So what is it? Because I deal with a manifesto so that many Haruna Kai. And you know, definitely, our only intention is to move. Now, the question is that people to work leading to that aspect of manifesto now, and then abase or say, professional advice. Well, we say, a teacher for you, and some people say, industry complaining about the quality of graduates that they send out. So it is a known fact. School, there are two basic things you learn. Number one, knowledge. Also, we at the crop of country. If you ever say Ziega, work Wesley College of Education, professor for mathematics. Now be a teacher. Until the basic knowledge in mathematics. Yeah. Who say we are near the skills of teaching mathematics and also at the P also. And if I know pedagogy skills now, you college now. Because your acquisition, that will be young dear, and one could the woman kuano, and yet enough proof. Say, you could not collect more with natural, my dear. Think how school so was university graduates be and
the credit, yeah.
A bit but children now, which means a man out to cry. Obisu the Oba or Sokra person of the school or cry.
Okay, can
yes, we no more. Ultimate children now, in those times at the secondary school, it has all called Advanced Teachers Training College or Winneba as the University of Education. And that's also Cape Coast University. Because so who you are doing self as well there. But you have the basic knowledge in our subject area, no, yes, I'm out skills out the bachelor. Over the years, when I remember the year award, and a year international conferences, you see teaching a profession and your vocation. This is a profession there, just like all other professions. No? I was saying it means would be too make class. I say, "Wo, Chika, what pharmacy?" And you know your mouth license say practice pharmacy. So what is it? So the way I ever avoid it, distance now me narrative shows say because it is a different thing. So what geography now? What could class we say which way? No different things. So we are geography now. What I teach you can what skills I teach geography. No, there are two different things. Now, sad the way I'm person omo mid-year and come foot me say oka na one we are say enjoy on to omo say because internationally you to kwine you come you more UK omo try there near America ni manema no initially na you need certification licensing of a year is just one they have to go through a process there. They say you just go and do your job. Even in Africa, your regulatory bodies are to licensing teachers in Africa. Ghana, you count. See, if you see a trouble, so the minister can say, you put more emphasis on practical field worker. Think you want practical field work. This time, College of Education, we have 1 year practical field work. 1 year, we have 3 year academic work. Not so 1 year, last night, I cook for you. I had address to Hobby in a new share. Teacher for Namoya, they were also on bath, practical work. Now, so I'm so much here. I almost had 1 year to acquire that skill. Skill now, almost your classroom. More fun call and call your practice. You say, what you see? I'm not a mother trauma financial. So,
yeah.
And you know, say, yeah, to your what? Now you have to say, yeah, you may be just because you're kind. It's the up and you're there. A bit clear time. A bit clear for it. Papa.
Now, Mr. Radio, say, who took quite free Ghana has say now, come on, Nebia now, oh, teaching field in our person or coach radia. Aya, you busas adium. You busas our licenses, say, and what could train you? You busa certificate by a busa license.
Yes, you may be so. First, we show certificate. Now, show certificate. Now, what you proof of license, the amount of coin with the certificate near.
Now, the certificate is enough to prove, say,
no, it's not enough. It is not enough.
I didn't man a bassa, I didn't enough.
So, who say, at the channel, and in Diano, and the syllabus, I reach a day in Ano. Different countries, they are coin our first Washington in Yama. So, there. But the balance is there. You see English language there. The principles, the stages of teaching in is there. Language, language, the kind of super children. And you come now with your authority now, addition so teacher for any media or more professional development, almost happening. And also, we do one dance here, say, whoa, certificate take it out, no. Yasama won't to me crack, put me the child here. Just what I said. Even in America, we are lawyers, no, we are lawyer, we are New York State, who call the business Georgia. Sometimes you would have to show proof. Yes, you go through their regime to say you can do what you say you are capable of doing. The mere fact to say, yeah, I should be not to hope. Then you can no effort for it. Went to me and it's even good for our system. Say, yeah, ma, Sabi, or more to me, quite almost fast or pass almost as I'm Ziega. Mina me hand, why am I for pass almost as soon in oh, if this is the route there, the show says certificate, look at BSc, and after business of BA education, they are in the social studies. Fine. It's not in their mouth, and they walk quite knowledge. Knowledge is not when them, who the Kochiran call out more details way up here. And the skill then will be issued actually. And that is what the Lancetiano seeks from the candidates on open Lancet Kochadia.
Now, Mr. Champo, you shall you. Also, be a honomoa, ye coscu yen na ye hunubi. Obi o honomoa when you my dear pa, beer. Yes, I you child school nebia 4 years. No one say the past must we say academically or is a top notch or a very good. But a be a baby any a becono. Ye be Kofi kakra ne bia why rustic kakra see metro Lanceja exams. A fable say what ya call honor and koye. E basa no a na ye man nipa ne mbrengui.
Yeah. Last session for almost 1 week and one will be that. One question will be that.
Me who be that?
Master, Obi over JHS3. Obi over secondary school, Form 1, Form 2. Who the paper no man mathematics now will be chat. Okay, you have a subject verb agreement.
It is sad the enjoy say the mom say because na make I say menu ye do a dun komo pen ama o ka say omo exams ni mu hapa te say class 3 4 ni JHS 4 kra betimi aye na etisa na say class 3 ni JHS 4 betimi aye dia ene na ye kan ye enjoy ni sa ama omo because mu hasade a and you enjoy the Samo Monon common common baby. We are not Yamalines.
A minor a teacher, Jumano, and I was on years at decision making. O certificate, you know, international value. That's one question I also would it because all across the world, you know, a teacher for our motivation, who licensed to practice their trade. Not that there. And it doesn't matter how knowledgeable you are in mathematics. Who could you could see another professor for Chadia or a year or more licensure exam? You have to take you through it to make sure that who was skills now would be back certificate make it out. Well, me this I would say they are patrol.
I see.
Because me none of you or we exam to wait or sono 3 times one of party.
Licensure no.
No, I make sure you are going to meet them. You say why? I didn't hear because you don't take things for serious. I didn't know English objectives. Essay, completing short something to be a work college. As I say, we are degree holders. Don't you mean drop a comprehensive passage here about 1 page?
Now,
what you mean computer percentages?
Now, Mr. Chapo, yes, I do. I didn't tina a binding yan say. Ye try exams, be a final exams, may come my coach training college. I feel me final exams in ye, and me are me p. I done the young fan can precon say, your final exams, no. Ye are the crack rubbing that licensure, ye debeka one match for the account. Ya marking in account 1 year banner say, ye cassen your licensure no mania. Men sanko city another be better than say, ye be mama bet na fie kakra. Na asa me ya rusty because say me survive we bi kura na ye post me say me kwaye adwuma kakra ne ade na afi ya de mbeba say me betro na ma rusty na bia mantimi no ma ba ku me no bi bitimi a afi na ya kwaye say 4 years na 5 years am cost spend ya na ya kwa
Ziega and as a ban you to me aban change curriculum no running college of education I didn't know say much because I'm 3 years. I'll do 1 year quite practical field work. I did because first year no, we apply certain knowledge. You show methodology. Second year, we apply certain knowledge. You apply methodology. Third year, a certain knowledge, methodology. You see, okay, more practical work, more field, no. I then I will share. Then you teach them. So for 1 whole year, you have your supervisors coming around inspecting your work. I help you in out here. Tell you, oh, are you cannot show my deal with? You can come fast approach. You can come in. And son of the two final exam. Tell your son your pen with you. Yes, I say you get the exam. You reform curriculum. No one does have practical work. Let me tell you what here.
Yeah.
Let's do a reform there. And then number 2, I am right and establish a deal with you. This will be an option no yeah. That way, think a from 2013 to 2019, I mean, when I came officially on retirement, you know, we have sought to establish these things because we felt to say, at the papa, a teacher for the demands, meeting our demands and making ourselves valuable. So that's it. If you know, say, I just one pair. It's just a matter of going back to Parliament and repeal it because they say, you know, that education regulatory bodies, you know, NTT, you know, an agency under that. And I'm 2 million, or 2 million, say, the among pursue licensure examination. Go check it at 10-23 or 2020. You see it there. And NTT, you know, power there, I will be on with man. And they say, if you are gotten to a point, I could say, committee, they are parliament. There are amendment to the law. They are repealing. Period. Not say they are no, my because for me, statistically, so far a teacher, you will get a better understanding of this figure. Well, what you call the UK and other countries. Number two, Ghana for a deal or number pizza warm, or can call ye, any more mobile tree process, no, How has it been? Is it smoother? Is it easier for them now? Or it is as difficult as it was time before? And the money by law. And this in this Education Act of 2008, 778, and establishing NTC. And maybe 2 ministry officer. And now, Education Regulatory Bodies Act of 2020, 1023. And no can emphasize here, NTC for the also money. Now, I don't think that conversation when people were not involved. Because when an act goes through Parliament, there's a Parliamentary Select Committee on Education.
Yeah.
People come to make presentations and convince you and make sure that a man I have and a group of these people were members of Parliament at that time.
Yeah.
When the conversation was ongoing,
yeah.
The body is not a we will do this. And I think my name is out. You pass a soldier for promotion from captain to major.
Yeah.
Now, who tries them now? Who failure? Now, one call a year major. Does it mean that one more process near wrong?
Debbie.
So that is how it is. Say, maybe I'm going to education. What more? So the way I education is your you best say you seeking no education in young for
okay.
Because education now, instead of us being more practical, more being nationalistic, we are very pro. Nay, that solve the problem. Make a crazy. You first solve the problem. No, yeah. Who's that ostrich? You detach your from PhD. People are about it. What's that? So for me, committee, yes, good. They should sit back, but they should tell them exactly what needs to be done.
Okay.
Let me ask a party by and
the champion come on a banner we at the power, but quickly we went a few till now. Yeah, wrap up. Not yet car exams here was me. Now what can be say? Or Lance Jano exams no more a hapa to say class 3 4 GHS 4 crab bit me. Now always serious bit me. Okay. Now and no enough to determine the quality. Say teacher in where we are training you with Pia Bonte. And only bet me enough for us to determine who say we are your quality a teacher.
Quality say University of Cape Coast, or mama certificate. BA in education.
Yeah.
But employer no offer no, which is the government of Ghana no. Or no person also say. I will be enough for the education in University of Cape Coast no. So make me forward. Now the second check them na dia. Oh, skills I will be that share one. It will be that to me na share. NTC for money. That is all there is to it. That is all there is to it. Let me say, I dare no practical 1 year practical teaching experience never fails the most. When you come back to write your exams, academic certificate, it gives you enough understanding in there. Who bet me that two exams, subsequently 2 or 3 months after that. Make the love and I make it.
Okay. All right. Let's jump on. Nyame adom watch na nkome be san atoa so biem because as I see a discount come away sa kwapem say sa professional advice no ebeba. So as I see a discount come sa kwapem say sa professional advice no a ora Haruna Idrisu ka say we hear the free sa committee no na ebeba na yatoa so e dey free. So thank you very much. Eda se pa nyakopon ka.
Oh, thank you, Ziega. Okay. All right.
Now why you know my yama there?
Last president Koka said, die or waterway in Anapeboa. They say no, your court, court, the injunction, so the mamma moon to die.
Oh, okay.
And the court will go back again. But they say with the appointment of a new MP, you have to call no questions, waterway, because got a swing at Musi. Not the presidential and more presidential powers and anything in waterways and Ameboa. If they are appointing new persons, they should say I will lead the committee people to go and see the new MC and present the case to them. Even as we still wait on the court for
you now where the whole court there, but my mum said tell where they tell. It's a new dear for education who Ghana how Pia ye ka education ho asɛmpa dia owura Davido Fourier Champo President Mahama ba e wa frɛ
oh Debbie me ka ayi ho them be politicians what are they
ba we dey say Kenya politics asɛm
aha and no na yo sua and no na wo say yesua wo ye man mu so what are they because the committee me a consultant
yeah
you find say then ka NDC for your manifesto no so you want to do something on education and then you pay obia almost on bet me aboan you can form just a committee and then it's just be NDC for and now me MPP almost get the form much way but yet my muhan so almost a committee no kra yes in the party card way yes you know as union leaders you know we don't hold party card
yeah
but I will vote in an election in any way but I don't identify myself openly tell me you way and I'm you way because whatever knowledge I have is for the good of Ghana
yeah
but come on every time I we call about that now we gonna say I will take for appoint your MPs in no I'm up for 3 months
the correct I can now no crime maybe na ye the ade bi ba bonte na o posi sa ade no
but if you call me now also my candid opinion on some of that is that some Ghana they want an animal who you Ghana for why we got share with you doctor
all right okay but the jump e be da se pa
Ziega me da was
okay all right we Owura David Fourier Champo former NAT General Secretary and I'm what to say and then twetwe commodity sabrede Owura Musa Dankwa Executive Director and the Head of Global Research at the Global Info Analytic ababetna se enche yere de betwetwe komoba sabre chocho be mi akase me bedi adanse mutiem yi suma mu amuni me pa na from Frimpong Ziega munni me pa no so se na mu blade na nkenyo mitini na nya kra na apa bitini pa Yesi wo pe lawyers a omo camera pa omunim dia ukohia lawyer na ha na apa wo ye safe ba akoto de na ha na pa wo ho betro papa na ma ha ne pa but na nsemum na bi ena abrante betra ha no so chocho ayi bia ba ye fe no chocho shampoo conditioner hair food and the baser me sase se be di dware bitrim na se bitibitibitra no oba so se biti na no aba anu na ba meboa ye hunu si apade ba tente se kane no chocho medamu ase pa Owura Musa Dankwa ene to nche no we celebrate Musa Dankwa papa we na kan se selection no send this win a ye twa ni team free so wasa kaka percentage and this benya e mani ni na abem ene ye celebrate no enti ne ye ba be celebrate ni atwetwe nkomo ba be pese mo ma no sa twotwo ayi ni bi no ye fe ne se twotwo tin no ade ye regulatory pressure se ne be ya enkofon kansem ma ne ye mo nhye no because pressure no doors ni atendidie no doors ane enti be se o before abekon mo handi bi ma no ene de na mo mai
Nana, we de medical kasa me de enchi akese ma oni wetiefu nyina. Me free chocho edwaso chocho akache na meba. Ye kan chocho Ghana ha de obie nim chocho. Chocho die Ghana ha obie nim chocho akwala openi obie nim chocho. Chocho ye won product bebra ye de aba edwaman so. Be bia ubenya bia to ye product ne ye group na horo miensa. And ye di kan ye wo chocho natural skin care products. Eno de ye hunamani product hunamani niema yesa hunamani yarewa ye free ho ye wo chocho natural health and wellness products eno ni de dijuma wo nipa no nupaduane inside ena ye fi ho ani aba chocho hair products eno ne de eye utiri nwinti nipaduane chocho fa nipaduane si ho no emu akwa bia oba wo edura ebesa wo yare ye bibi mu ha se ya ye hahama ye nua hini ene ye numbra eno akeka bom no de ye chocho natural skin care products no products bia ye wo sa category na se ye chocho soup ye penny yellow na edi kan be ye no ena ni chocho cream penny yellow na edi kan ba ye no ena ye wo chocho ABS wase ye wo chocho herbal fresh we no na se ye wo chocho skin toner wo ho ye wo chocho hand and foot wo ho ene ye wo chocho shower gel ni nyina ye honamani di dwuma wo ye honam nani ena ye ba chocho natural health and wellness na ye wo chocho tea ena ye wo chocho BPT ena ye wo chocho white tea ena ye wo chocho balm eno no na wo natural health and wellness products na se ye fi ho ani ye chocho natural hair care products na eno ne ye wo chocho shampoo ni awudi ho adanse bebrebe no chocho shampoo ye fi ho ani ye wo chocho natural hair conditioner ye fi ho ani ye wo chocho natural hair food ansa ne ya nya chocho natural hair base eno mun sa ne mai ne wo chocho three categories no e we biase nene nana me kasafa chocho cream any chocho soap ye penini ho asem ubo chocho a Ghana ha obi anim se fa dwiba enkrosa nantema propro chocho abedi akagina mu ama se kraman de kona na wo Ghana ha se ni wiase no free ho kra nana first say hakra ye race obi yi ni mpabo a nana nyasem ketwa nso se ya chocho ba ye bibi se ni ho biom ye nantema propro no bo modin di chocho soap no edware wudi bisra edware so kama wo wi a wudi chocho cream na sra wo hye wo socks te se mumu meme ya mo hye socks free anopa ekosi anwumre ne bi wo ho na ede nkabone ne yare bi abanan so wane ntem wo yusu chocho soap ne chocho cream a ne nyina beko ye yare e frene tokoli ringworm first ne hadwin pa chocho cream ni chocho soap ada romanti you say ringworm ni omaemu ne bibremu ha
ringworm when tokori
ni ekfriend nkola boni ayi ekrado kakawure no ni nyina say chocho yi ni nyina efri ho eno ane say wodi soap no ebe dware wodi soap no be pu ehuro te say ringworm ni say sakwala ko school mu ne bi toni trima wodi chocho soap no be ye ehuro na wodi ayeso be 10 minutes bi no ahoro na di chocho cream na sra so ni nyina beko ama kola na ni nyina beko ama ni trinue fu kama e ba dwiba eno ne de meka ma ni mema ni nyina e wo mo so but ye ka ni mema ne mo because be ma bi o ha nana wani mu a o timisha boxer ba ko be 1 week no onyi ye nti e se ma efine mu ano gina ho na bibia unse be ma bi o ho a hwe anu wa sugar no de ne nsa hye kotoku mu dwiba na nti ya no oji chocho ba ye yesi edi mu akagina mu wo de fasamuna ni dware uwi afa cream no e fasra so ye nkrosa dwiba ni nyina be yi ni nyina efri ho na me fi ho na me nkasa mfa chocho ye friend say chocho skin tone na ho kakra chocho skin tone na ye chocho product aye de abaye de hahama eni nubra na bi de aye ye de abasi ye restore ye natural skin na bibremu anyame de ma aye no empo chemical bie ni chocho ye product bie ni ho chemical wo de srat se be ma se ye to skin any kama onipa tuntum timi yusu onipa kokko timi yusu se wo yusu ase wo skin nimpo na ni ahye ana se wo skin nimpo na se wakosra nkum bi na ma ani no dwiba ye friend say nenso e ben empo bia ya wo yusu chocho skin tone na ni nyina beko ye nansen ye se bibi di toni omo ti omo honam na ni be hu obi o ho ane honam no aye tuntum kokko be bia ye tuntum be bia ye kokko wo dia ni chocho skin tone ni nyina be clear kama ama na ye ka chocho product a ye company na nkasa wosuhum 44 na nso Ghana fana be bia chocho ho woko okan shi drug cleaner chocho buso woko kumase market be bia ubenya chocho nkoko dwem chocho ho aflawo ubenya chocho ho takrade bebia hohoi bebia ubenya chocho asaman kese bebia ubenya chocho na se opese woni chocho ye dwuma obetimi aba company ho factory ho e wosu hum no 44 ye beje o fail so ni yama wa ye distributor na se yama wa ye retailer se ni apese oni ye bia na company ni number ni 0244 72 7348 0244 72 73 48 menso ameti he na ya tena me na me distributor me wo Madina menso me number ni 054 12 477 ai na chuchu na me de number ba ko ka ho 050
050
455
455
55
55
35
35
050
050
455
455
55
55
35
35
chocho de ya be yesi e be sum nyina sompa obi biara mbo modern patronize chocho products obi biara mbo modern patronize chocho products na be boa obedi wa kwanyinamu nana unim say chocho wo hoi say ye ka say ye de laundry soap aba ye de siniema ye bibremu ha ye nsuo ne bi wo ho na ano din nsuo ni mu ye de usi uyusu samna de siniema empu ahuro ye ntini ye wura kwaye mu ni ewura mu ne de chocho laundry soap aba no ne de wo de siniema epu ahuro se puku empata de ani ense won sa ho enritati won sa ho unse obi wo ho a osiniema na ne nsa ho hwehwe na ne nsa ho aye kokko like atwitwa aye kokko ye ya eni nyina free samna horo na mu yusu no enti ne di chocho abase chocho die se wo yusu chocho laundry soap irritate won sa ho empa won taade ani taade kala bia wo yusu chocho soap edi ya ebe ye ne kama besie ne kama enti na ne di free chocho bae no
oba pe beda se pa nyakopo enkamo ho na chocho die samanhia ti enhia chocho nanka ye nim baabi anke wosisi
eno de yampa
ye da mo ase pa nyame ya adomo a dasane ye besa ehia bi etu ko anu a champion for so e dia
ma champion for am champion for
All right. Brennan, you're still live on 92.9 megahertz. It's the 20 minutes past 8 sub radio. Ura Musa Dankwa. Ababet Nase said the money na Mabusa Sano. Yanini din command one ubet video message aba. Number no 0550 596 929. 0550 596 929. Ubet me abusa question me busa the amount. Tro question the aba me busa the amount. And here WhatsApp line. And a normal text line is 0550 596 567 929. 0550 567 929. Mubiano or the Fahonoa. Making candy amount. Obet me asako Facebook. Catch your Facebook natural adventure and fabra. And also not making kind at the amount. Ramusa Dankwa Atna say. Over Moakwaba.
Mejuso, Penny.
Ibiabo Cordie.
Adum or their chair.
Ramusa Dankwa no. Yeah. Na ye me babe boss sisia. Now say so no to topa. Emra is so topa. Enra is so
Enra.
And then Nansen so to Emra so baby am one so to kakra. So to balance is rainy season.
Yes.
Aha. Ne is so no to tosa. Oh. Ana a pint tontom because a pint tontom na e de malaria ba afei enuane a adwo so enuane na adwo e do sa na se wan kan hye na se wudia more time na attractive samolina na efine sa normal no be na cover typhoid fever ene sa normal ndeba na send ye be ya be avoid this ade no a ya ne enka okra no se be safe every typhoid and malaria no edro bi ye fa no imboost herbal mixture. So, imboost herbal mixture. What indeed that? Police nedro. Aha. Urabusa Dankwa say what imboost herbal mixture what in kada. Na imboost herbal mixture no a boost to immune system no ma a soldier for no original brand. It is ya bi na person no tentamwa na abona hwefom. Na enye no nko a obi a syphilis how gonorrhea. Unzo obi o hon ma skirt bi opeso owura mu bi. Aha. O so ye safe. Eti syphilis, gonorrhea, pressure, ulcer, stroke. Obi a stroke abubu dia gu fam unya imboost herbal mixture. Ye twa de tia police nedro no. West pain sisi yare. Usisi yare atete wo saa. Wa kode bi wa num no eto atwa. Num we se prekope no to asem fama ho. Afa fatigue any yes fatigue obi wo hono mo a wonya adwuma bia de bia no wabre uhia booster ba mister malaria liver and kidney problem ebedu wadanse ebedu wasem e dia ma otu hwa kira kwan na bubobi ne sisa yare na ano kwan sa aya wo nsuso a unu bia tia wa mo no na kona no na mubisa se ni ye ne wo bako ebede na bia ba ho ye di bia babako ukobako a Calamet Pharmacy ubenya biato eno ewo low cost road eno no wabako ubenya biato oba enkrahase a Okaishi drug lane ubenya biato uko Kumasi a baby eto nuo bia Dr. Mensa uko nse oba enkrahase a Okaishi drug lane uko Kumasi so Dr. Mensa drug lane eno so ubenya biato afe ye obi ewo wa Bogatanga Tamale eno so ubenya biato ti region for choboi oti region uko ho so a ubenya biato na ape baako anomo a ato akonom anase opedodo atu akwakoton a number ye 0246 208496 0246 208496 eno so eno eye police na duro no from bejo so na bibi ohobia no omo no waka ye twanitia police na duro no eye imboost heba mixture owura musa dan kwa trase mama saba na kwa baby
mejo so
about we talk about your works adwuma wa ye ni na everything in fact we shall see ne bimu no nya adwene since 2022 and a Kessben FM and a Kessben 92.9 and a Kessben TV DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 ya do ba begina hanuma na wo ye projection na nkofu di atem na bisi abo pa NDC for na ehwe wachi and ehwenu NDC for usuo nkofu adwene ubu nkofu abam ni ade a ya beka sa no mani na wote sa no mana e dia na na yewo ebu abam ma or a reverse BB ma wadwe ye ontanchi akakra say afede ma menya de we say PC nkofo we say na be yo behu say maduma na ye genuine
there be the nyene sakra before me buy into this space no na me say bed a beba this situation will arise. We have to prepare your mind psychologically and mentally for this. So GD and you know from your heart say enyo ubi na bo pa intina wo yo I think you have a free mind oda
yeah
but pa ubi na abo pa na we sad no definitely as a human being a bit torso then you will feel bad. So yeah, I mean we didn't have that problem. So we were also free in our mind to do whatever we want to do.
That is what the car cycle hold that.
Absolutely. 1 year massa you can't do this job. You can't survive it.
I see. Now okay. Yes, I say now saying what the your latest will be at the ababont. Now just say madam or you took on the Chief Justice. O common things no we say nipa dodo na na pese pay the removal of the Chief Justice. Meaning who asem to say we betimi throw more light am I
Massive since the poll no amount for cancer poll who here then agenda na ya set na ye pese 2 Chief Justice. Look, the fact say amount for amount for adwin amba reduce on TV so doesn't mean say yeah tifio yen kan ho asem. Amount for were discussing Chief Justice upel they were discussing it,
yeah,
but nobody was bold to go and listen to them. So Dina more discussing why are you discussing it and do you support what is going on? Say it could be some man for that is the bonny. But the fact is say you Ghana for some say look, Chief Justice some activities be some process be more it could lead to her removal. At the time I interview you catch it say yemfa evidence bia mayo obia monokwa do bia openly yenim ba mo say why bibia etiamra even though unti boni awayo ofo aso say omonto aso na omunyinu ana. This is a very simple and basic question. And the idea is that opese ohu omamga say ai another be without seeing evidence. And we saw them. So 52% of Ghanaians say yes, they support the process to remove her. Evidence be. So the question we should be asking ourselves is why should most Ghanaians say they should be taken through a process when they haven't seen the evidence? But nobody has asked that question. Why? Look, I can give you answers. Perception among voters is very important.
Yeah.
They have perceived her in a certain way before this process. And one, Ushe in 2023, say on Supreme Court. The Supreme Court was the least trusted part of the judiciary in Ghana in 2023. And she happens to be the leader of the Supreme Court, Meboa. Secondly, the very poll Nancy Yano ranked the judiciary as number 3rd most corrupt public institution. And I also know Odano. So some of this perception would feed into the feeling and sentiment of people.
33rd.
Third position.
Third position, okay.
You see, and Ushe report that we see last year, Afrobarometer, now only a 5th in the country. Yeah, almost 3rd. So something has happened. And Ama voters have some impression and some perception about her, and that may have influenced that 52%. But ho, and you call federal head say, okay, moi I see there be no, and now you have no opinion, and I said you are on the fence, no. If she is found to have broken the law, would you support the process to remove her? What kind of sign? Then those who support her removal goes to 67%. The evidence answer. But remember, 52 said yes without seeing any evidence. But additional people came to add on to that one if there's evidence. So something that the people should not be insulting us for it is for us to debate. Say, why should people say somebody should go having seen no evidence? And that's the question.
But I say 2023 research about the Supreme Court was the least trusted institution in this country.
Least of the Supreme Court.
Of Supreme Court. And I make us a least trusted institution in this country. Then the 3rd position on the most corrupt public institution. And Afrobarometer the NFE. Now I there na sign information you see. They are not privy to this information, but you were able to get 52%.
They are there.
But I say they did it with that information.
No. What I'm telling you is that the public is aware of the role of the judiciary in terms of corruption. They know. And I survey no.
And that's a perception.
Perception, yes. Perception. Yes. And the survey some of the earlier questions was about ranking public institutions in terms of corruption. Before we asked before a Supreme Court, so they've already told us about where they see the Supreme
before I'm Chief Justice,
absolutely. So before we went to do the Chief Justice poll, they have already given us their view about where they are placing the judiciary on the scale of corruption. So it was about 3 weeks later, Chief Justice,
I see.
So the public has some information. Look, among 40 news.
Yes.
People listen to Kessben. You discuss things, and even school this time they are on TikTok.
Yeah.
Among for children, among for tears on TikTok.
Yeah.
So we have moved from time where among for to a different kind of people who are voting these days. They're very smart. So things have changed. The level don't change.
Yeah.
So if you think say that and why, I think we make a mistake.
Okay. So I am confirmed say Chief Justice remove who call radio and television stations. But say NDC 4% you remove Chief Justice. You find say about 90% of NDC people that I know almost speaking after Chief Justice, especially Chief Justice. NPP funds now about 95% and some percent. You be Chief Justice. Jamaica what you say. Say demonstration be a banner sa normal or leading na ni na hobi. Aya yembisa wo. Wo kwa kubisa nsem no a. Ehemfa na aya na kubisa bisa no. Ebisi ana wo hyeda kɔ NDC prone baby NDC fo nko awo na wa hyeda kɔ bisa normal eye tangle che say eye NDC ni MPP fo twe na wa hyeda kɔ ho nko a. Aya ka kire ehemfa ne hemfa ana ya wo kwa kubisa sansem.
Look, interview nipa around 2,545 hours.
Chief Justice
poll, you know.
2,545.
Interview 544 hours Greater Accra.
544.
Hours Greater Accra, randomly. Greater Accra, the majority of voters in Ghana are free.
Yeah.
Second, Ashanti region. They interview 461.
461.
Ashanti region. Central region 266. Eastern 241. Northern region 185. Western 132. Volta 123. Bono 98. Bono East 96. Upper East 84. Upper West 65. Oti 58. Western North 53. Ahafo 49. West Northeast 47. Savannah 44.
Okay. So you have your representatives there.
Yes.
No,
we're in telephones.
Telephones.
Yes.
Okay.
We're telephone poles. Osha.
So how do you do it? The telephone poles.
We have their numbers. See, say your call field work to do national interviews now. You catch a man for say a bit at time, we would like to call you on the phone.
Oh, I see.
So if you would like to ask to call you on the phone next time, my number. And we have a lot of phone numbers of voters across every part of this country. So say a phone calls now and they are much easier and much cheaper for us.
Okay.
Okay. You don't send boot on the ground, but you know where the voters are. And we put their numbers in the system, picking numbers randomly. So in who we are calling, you say, okay, a free Ashanti region. So Muhammadu say, we don't know.
We don't know. Until you answer my friend. Okay, say Yanshadi, a be a mokoye no, mojeje numbers. Wako Ashanti region. Okoye no, mojeje numbers no. But as soon as the doors, we be any say numbers where there as soon as so to about the National Democratic Congress. And asam na upese ubisa na upese we ya mani favor NDC. Ethiopia you deliberately call numbers a war NDC areas no.
Okay.
No akwaje job I know so.
The second step I say we know averagely MPP for Ghana their total percentage. Averagely NDC for average floating voters. Average. In fact, we know this for every region. Inti your core Ashanti region numbers no 461 no. Ebekasi according to survey no 58 MPP for inti pick MPP for 58. 25 NDC for inti pick only 25 NDC for. Area 14 floating votes. So we have that number broken down to every region.
How the set will be some call on one.
A core Ashanti region from data in say Abia 58% of anybody or people you speak the Ashanti region because we're MPP.
So MPP stronghold in TV.
25 NDC for. Maybe 15 floating voters. Others, almost some cancer, almost some more cultural. So you do Ashanti region. You must some quota no restriction set interview 58% MPP for. And this one, 25 per and more 25. Yes, I will skew sample against MPP.
And not just say Moko Ashanti region now, and I say Greater Accra na mon yen randomly. But I should that core areas.
No. Okay, phone gonna make a phone. Phone gonna make.
Remember phone no so, but the pedia wo Canada.
Yes.
Most of that core say MPP phone na Moko interview mo. We are na Moko NDC.
No. You can't tell. So you should be any MPP any NDC. How do you know?
But how do you determine say interview where nipa do say?
No, okay. Let me put it this way. Telephone they we know because Odima no. You actually say we MPP ni. Phone number ni. Oyo ba what they say. We Muslimi. We Christian. We Pentecost. You know.
And tell them more ya no sana mo ya.
But in the field no. We don't control the people you interview in the field. Me in this MPP for. So say quoi randomly. We interview all of them randomly. Say quoi sawasia. Maybe pick about 14 areas in Ashanti region. 14 constituency. Ashanti asawasi kwa na be NDC ni. Like in the MP before.
No be address it you do say.
No. See, we pick and also randomly. After the first 7 no, we don't target say yankwa. The computer will select 14 for you to go to. That 14 no or randomly. So it's not all time. Sometimes you can go to Ashanti region and you don't even go to anywhere NDC has won before. Because the machine picks whatever randomly.
Oh, I see.
It may not pick a Jura. It may not pick a front place, etc. A front place. It may not even pick a Sawasi. Several times you see that. But over time, you see said the average proportion of MPP for more Ashanti region a certain percentage, regardless wherever you go.
Yeah.
And this for this percentage. Your core field work randomly. Compare the average of last period and an average for this period. Now you find what they find 90-day or 3 months moving average.
Yeah.
That will give us a number. Say analyze it, the field work Now you adjust sample adjust sample to reflect the 90-day moving average of the parties because can say we MPP interview but interview one party no one find the moving average which you would use to adjust the sampling for the report. So you remove all this oversampling and the sampling from the analysis that we do.
I see.
No, you can't do it kindly and haphazardly because it will expose you in the end.
I see. Okay. Now yamra a new patriotic party. Now say we are severe the Babontin. What say kwanya NPP fast or lose elections. Oh, kwanya NPP fast or lose election. What percentage and Kofi and Namomosoma new patriotic party lose election. And on how did you come with it? Because I could create problem part ya ma NPP Kofi say ya was shada because time na NPP for call Rock City our unification meeting say omke ka omo ho abom ama ya ba no bia pepepe ya ba no ma brainstorming aberu omo differences no sa time no na na wo share that sa de ne buy say ne be ya e be sa generate public discourse na NPP for na sa ba atwede bi.
Okay. Obekaya ya post in every 90 days. Obekaya.
So we dem found so obi no bi kwhia.
Any kind of plans. Meeting coincided with the report. And you see the media also has a way of maybe stoking up issues. Report no buy na daho. Omo can once. But would be bad no ma back. I could make reference to it. It doesn't mean say the poll was conducted time meeting no. And a poll near 90 days. And then report by a call. So Ukoyo meeting coincide and a fault. We don't do that. But sometimes you see you have to let people put things into context. Say if this is what the polls are saying, maybe it makes the unification talk more urgent than before. So polls there, we have people look at it at a different angle, negatively and some positively, depending on how you use the poll data. Because sana man for can in a yam can boom nine yen solve the problem no. And I'm
yeah.
If you don't know the problem, how do you solve it?
Okay. Now responsibilities no. We say Iraq in the Japan 9%.
And you me see you.
And yes, Sevier buy. So it works.
Yes.
So pay your works no. Iraq in the Japan 9%. And our members of parliament 26%. 32% are government appointees. And 33% Dr. Matupoku Prempe. 37% Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. 40% Kenuforiata. And another down Kufuor 68%. But before met Twasuno na yabo video be the actual. There na adia 100. So na o percentages no bebrebe me hono as en kofo bisa questions kakra me so kra na and chiremu answer because there na another down Kufuor 68%. Na obinya 40 obinya 37. Okay, Kaboma is more than that 100% na ye ka ho asem.
Okay. In data analysis. Say, Ubisa question say, who do you blame for MPP's defeat? Blame. Now, Omano, only one choice, you'll get 100%. In my Onipa 5.
100% off.
Yes.
Ooh.
So,
yeah.
But you see, choose Nipa Miensa, you blame in order of importance, only 100%.
I see.
The question the mom said, Nipa, the people choose Nipa Miensa who feel say they should take responsibility for MPP's defeat. Or because media Kennedy and I say Baumia and Nanado in that order.
Yeah.
We should there big media Nanado 1, Baumia 2, we 3. So out of let's say 8,000 people now only on interview, no, Obiama answers by 3 answers.
Yeah.
And that will be higher than the 100%. And also amount the chance to see who is actually blamed in that kind of significant order.
Yeah.
So man want to spare because even though now do can me say me feel say me the ken so can be
esa obes no ase no.
Into man a chance no on broaden the choice no. Into this na the who here no on broaden on choice.
Okay, yeah, bobo video be at the actual CC, but before that, young yes, my Mr. Simfrey Dr. Mahmoud Baumel, on a flag bearer and an NPP for a ton. A DNT freeze problem by defeating a buy. Or no equitable 37%. A dear some normal catcher, if we say South in the free, 37.
You know, yeah, some of the reason why they are making those choices. And you'll be I think we have helped in the first step. Yeah, my first guide, my forces say. If you want to know, say why Baumia and why Manado and why this are, you can go to the field again and follow our footsteps and get that response.
But you just ask them.
Yeah, we just ask them.
Say, Busha election course no. Why na ma NPP lose here?
But there's something we call triangulation or research. And somehow over time be a you can use that as a basis to understand why you were making those choices.
These choices, okay.
And you are inferred, not direct. Because sometimes you posters. As a poster, no, you have only 5 minutes or so with a voter. Quickly, you finish and you go. Almost spend about 20 minutes, 30 minutes with the voter to understand why. You know why, no, and fire home. Mostly.
Sir.
Yeah, you know, say posters. And yet, comprehensive research for political parties. Say, Korean is a Benjamin for Jumai, Kumuha.
But so why we say why there? A piano could be saying this new.
No, so, you see, that is why we are able to analyze the results on party lines. See, MPP. After we have finished the report, we will analyze among for response based on their political party. So, on pair and this vote, you twin chain and share MPP vote views. That is why asking them the party affiliation is very important. All the blame now on the Mayan. Look at how many MPP people are blaming the candidates. That data is there. Over MPP more, 59% blaming Nanado. But among all Ghanaians, 68%.
68%. Over NPP more,
59%.
59%. And our ban Ghana in general.
68.
And let's say in general, the NDC NPP will be a and only and then 68%.
But over MPP more, Baumia 30%.
Oh, I see. And the general near 37.
37.
So NPP they are normal kind, and all they should be able to tell you say
no, we didn't
the
ask
reason
them.
why
No,
you did not ask them.
No, because look, a close-ended questionnaire. So person we open any questionnaire, then you allow the person to tell you his views. We a questionnaire, okay, yes or no, and not tick, quick one. So we have given them this heads up. They can go back to the people and ask them why, because it takes time to do why. And the longer we stay in this field, it costs us money. We can't afford that money.
But try that for them.
No.
They have money that more comprehensive.
No, they should go and do that. They have money, but we can't do that everything for them. And here as well, people like professors in Legon or that research, they will not get the job to do. Maybe what? Yeah, you be a mom. Now, feel
okay. Me bo video be the and let's see to was nation. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia Kasim, or no chair at the crema NPP Elusuye or Takradi. So thank you, Tono. Now, you better be connected as some of our cases. Let's watch the video.
All the studies are so far. The big issues are one, cost of living. Never grow a course, a hochery, a buy. The economy idea your friend arrogance of power. Express yasu na eyenti yasu edi yentie asem party for country say yenye reshuffle and yes sir 8 years yanti and yes sir party for country say yenpe 11 no ebe hagi the person answer party for country say haircut no debt restructure no DDEP same what in answer say sad debt restructuring no ebe hagi because most of them are pensioners and Omapini announcing said there will be no haircut same okay Ghana flowing in IAG, but a buyer no, you pay a haircut. Also, sure, a buy Yentia Napcobium, now Yentia afforestation for bium, caterers so Yentio. Now, also, sure, regions they bring, said the General Secretary Kano. Your votes no, do on the war no. Yanyi juma bebree ho Western region said the okay no uko Jomora uko Evolera uko Mpohoa so many places ya find a problem market said intini tabra Shaba yes so the problems that is just Western region Ocean na NPP na kotu abala na nkabono na enihopapa enyesa na yankasa against each other na NDC ewo radio ewo TV towards the 2-3 weeks to the election so na only campaign but playing our own language back to us. He said, ye campaign, she said, ye internal contest. Don't break down your opponent. Said that we cannot campaign.
Reorganization, any year in Kabono, were able to win power again. Some way support to win, some way support to win. Only a fountain. Nothing a courier may be on the and maybe approximate regional and national executives. Amnesty from Afoko, Allah to everybody that has been suspended. Over amnesty. Yet, Frau Near Congo, Secretariat, the capital. Libya, you suspending a nice leader, or back, or Mr. 4, or number 4. Oh, the people who now, and trouble. The national chairman, former vice president, general secretary, Monamade, Apacha and Mamma. Mumma amnesty, Mumfa beginning. Say Yumma amnesty. Na Nipabu Dua, Omatia in Lano. Yes, so,
Eti, Utien Samo Mokaini Nano. Mamesha Sefi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say, Yababe Twabano. Omo transi take decision say there wouldn't be a haircut. Sa domestic exchange bond ya and which were a buy. 11 who has some kind the arrogance of power. And no intimi contribute a. And now Osaka say Omo kasana among themselves. Na internal politics no be and say external one. na omu di omu ankasa ho atemu a omu ka omu ahon weakness it e ba say some weeks to the elections na ama NDC for bossa audios ni sa videos no and no omo the campaign and no ntimi contribute ma NDC NPP with the election.
Look, my men break the whole issue down to a very basic and simple way. Why, if you ask the question why, they'll give you reasons. If you say who, they'll give you names. So you don't draw a line between what,
why and
who. It is very, very important. Why did MPP lose? They lost because of economy. They lost because of jobs. They lost because of education.
Yeah, Vice President is cracking. Was it hard cost of living?
So hard cost of living. DDEP. Most of them are economic issues.
Yeah.
Remember what?
Yeah.
And then if you say who was responsible for these things during the time of those things? Nanado. Who was supposed to have fired the finance minister? Nanado. Who was supposed to have reshuffled to put some vibrance into the cabinet? Nanado. So the back stop with Nanado. And voters understand that.
Okay.
So in terms of what caused them, look, economy was no one. The biggest issue, because almost 40% of Omam Kotoa about that day when we spoke to them, see the economy was the number one issue. Economy, almost 40%.
Etisadia. Ejentina we ya wodi Mr. Uforiata kan because
no.
As I said Nanado dan kwakufu and the fire of Uforiata.
You have just asked okay, no one fire no. You see, to the large extent, the borrowing that happened that called DDP, it was Uforiata.
But you say yeah budget kwana. The constitution 275 or 29 HSA budget be a baby and decision be a bit take the president so it didn't be the finance minister I take a decision now president ni free say sad decision we say the bet me aboye na sa moya yen fa blame ni map the president because say adie bia kotobe kuma in the eyes of the president and as in the minds of the president no anko be stop you. It is a way bibia dentina won fa Mr. Uforiata de ni na embe good president so na I will blame Mr. Uforiata.
It is not me. And me. We ask people say which of the following individuals would you ascribe MPB's defeat to?
At you bisa.
Yes.
And you the one more names.
No. We give them names to pick from. I said which of the following? Please choose three. More three people you think that they mostly accounted for or played the role in MPP's defeat.
And do think that me say?
Yes.
I didn't think more names. Why when you Mr. Uforiata free? Because Mr. Uforiata not the piano was inspired by Nanado dan kwakufu.
Before we got that list, it kind initial survey. Sometimes to know who to put in the list, you must let people tell you. So initially we spoke to people. And the people give us names. We didn't give them any. We didn't prompt them all.
Yeah.
So the people were given us certain names. So it's those names that found their way into the final shortlist now about public opinion poll. So you don't just go there with names you feel say your view. These are the people. No. Yeah, just some what we call open-ended questions. Which people do you think could believe for MPP's defeat? Right. So party in 24. There be Nanado. Ken, there be Uforiata. So they keep mentioning certain names. So those names that keep appearing, and now we use it for shortlisting for the national opinion poll. So the first list didn't come from us; it was from the public who give the list to us through frequency of appearing. So maybe into me from admin and say, okay, I could have put anybody's name there. Listen, thing. Right? You can't have a list. So over phone they keep mentioning names and that names become the most prominent names.
Yes.
And those names find their way into the close-ended questionnaire.
Okay.
So it's very democratic.
Understood.
Yes.
Understood. Yeah, okay. All right. 92.9. So, and I'm we are also live on the Kessben TV. It's a 2 minutes to the top of the hour and 9. Ora Musa Dankwa. Ewa Hasi. Or executive director and head of global research of at a Global Info Analytic. And I'm want to see an come now. Live NDC live after President Mahama. No, the Savior Biaba Bontin say after President Mahama, who is to lead National Democratic Congress. But before that, Mamen Kase me use a MA5 no. Obi ohono mo a ebia wa faf no fufuro. Wonwoda. Obi onso wa. Na many bi ho omo wa, omo nyam wa. Bo se no ma bia be gugu omo furu so. Use bia of the stomach this one. It a bump ne basa no a. Na as the elastic. So na man no ma bia be draw. So ni kwa se esa. Ene na ma wo na ofuno etimi amoamoa. Obi so wa na the funo aye kese. So ho de bichi. Na Amalina Children's Haven for say omo di ni nuro ene sa no mani naba. Ye wonku a ye di ba be si sa de na no kwan. Enti se wo obi a wanyom na se wo fufura. Se wonten ayi Amalina nka na se bia onyem ye no wanten nka ene wa wo kra de koho. Ye beba nuro ene enku a wo de besrasra oni padua no ama wo yafuru no no kala na toso kama ama bibia awie pe obu ho no mo a onyinsen a na pimples ne nsan ne honam ni na ye kuchire na ama no honam aye basa okwaka wo se enyim ni ntrada bi obi a wonyam de you still have to look attractive ama ukru kodo de bia so okru no woda se ne be akra no ho be de na ho anya attractive a ana ohuna na epese off apart from say we afu na ekese no ohu bibia no ese look attractive edema ukruti Amalina for ese emo de normal ba ebedi asem edi amaye na Amalina sem control say ene odi akra de ba bonten se wa wo awie no na akra no wo tutu tata no say ebi e wo sore fofora etimi cream ni shifa na se etimi we no na ne ti kwa ba be boy ya so enkra de nyame na bo ho ban enya ne hwe wo sua nante nyame wo ho da bi de ti ne ba ho sa no etimi block no ema ne memory ye fa ne say ne memory institute no ana say index no etime ba form ene ade afo ko school e kire na de a problems ni ade mabusua mu ni na mu ni made enso be hwe no no nkwa na oni made ni ti bo ho no ye kana wo se de ande da bitie ye wo hegia bi wo ho no mu a akra ne hye sa de na se a obetimi di ama no ahye enti odi agora obo se obo form a na sa de no asevu no ene ade wo ka ebetime ma akra na yi anantentem akra bu ho so a na mu amre ye de ne tra sa aka ni mu a upiapia no ama ne nam ye de ne tumi ka eye bibia Amalina so pedia make ka opemu nkyeremu yie pa mu amu fumu no anase mutimi browse no obetimi adale www.amalinaonline.com.gh www.amalinaonline.com.gh eno no o dial information na beba na pia kira kwan so ye wankran ha ye wager ye wo Kumasi Techima obehu ye na enoma me bobo din no se opebi atu akwakoton anase opa advice bi ana pese okọ na akokoto bi na odi ya ho a e de fill wardrobe na number ni 059 39217777 059 39217777 and 050 167 2445 050 167 2445 and I say 055 421 5410 055 421510 emu bia no fra Amalina bejo so na bibia ho bia ne no aka Amalina Children's Haven your number one mother care bibi bia maternity ahodo ni na ye obi ehoro na afi owura musa dan kwa ye nto aso na se wodi savie bai na wo kire se enei President Mahama ni hobi when say our 4 years per according to Article 66 no e ma the 4 years to continue the tenure and 8-year tenure no. Now the next NDC election SSL omunya new candidate now research what dia ba bontene kire say Mr. Mamen Kaimati Fonte was say for the NDC race voters appear to desert the old guards in favor of new generation of leaders. The current vice president leads the pack with 25.0%. Closely behind her is Haruna Idrisu, 20.7%. Atoforsen, 12.9%. Samuel Okujato Ablakwa, 9.9%. Asiedu Nketia, 9.8%. Hey, there's a Vice President, Madam Professor Jenano Pokwadjimai, and leading the pack with 25%.
Yes.
How did you come by this?
Sometimes most come on problem. No, can say as a imagine these are the voices of people are moved to above promo. Both MPP, NDC, floating voters, and everybody else.
That is when one say NDC for
there be just like every poll. We don't ask any party. We ask generally. If we are analyzing NDC vote doing, MPP vote doing, and float so in that way. So that's how we are able to see the party support for each of the questionnaire. So we a very straightforward question. You see, Mahama Onkobio. So Onkobio, who would you like to replace him in 2028? It didn't do so listen.
Yeah, let's know. I do so
and it is clear, sir, the list is kind of largely young people.
14. Nipa 14. And to one, Okoye no one shadan kasebia, why ni belly, but he gave them names.
Yes.
I didn't think our mom names.
Because you have to make life easy for the voter and for us as well. Because we have to be able to analyze the data statistically in percentages. So one my own names now we are open-ended that. You have to come back and sift the work. But Unim said there are only certain people in NDC. Fact in the Japan and NDC for home. So we know the face in NDC. So people who are only more. Sometimes we get prompted, so one fact next time, no, need I check level. But way a list, I don't believe say anybody will lead NDC outside this list. I said maybe one person anyhow, which will add him next time. Dr. Ufoso Ampofu. What is his name here? So next time, do you know the one I open?
Na enti ubisa sanwa why na udi card ni di that first almost say
no random enti the okra machine no or next question na di na wo no changing positions random changing positions
a computer the chiro
computer the chiro
e do the chiro almost say e di bi beba
so who answer first question na me free won chena me ko another person say let's ne show you no and show next question no so next person no e be sisan e bia na gina na one wa next time e be ampofu and I be say so and you consistently showing the same name in that order
menti what the chair na no at me rotate and be out of force that first
yes
after be na say doing ketia
absolutely no on to follow that pattern
but the way I tete some say I say doing ketia obi e ba say doing ketia din obi e bo ni din na fe sevie be ba na ba bi oda na nya homeka kra be me hwa ade no na ti say ni din no won nam say nipa 14 no on the toss 5th and Owura Julius Debra so no say a shocking kakra say nipa no na no omunim nipa na abusa om na ya omunim oza
yes they do
etu busa aya na okomakola e drum for ma su bisa
no you see sampling no say you call for example Koliklotia say Koliklotia Makola can call it I think so. So you pick an electoral area and a Unko Doom. And one thing is say Yanko marketer very international. Bucket will be about because Oma Muton adio Makola no be been talk about Makola. So
yeah. Obidiga no koko.
So Ochino ha ni views no untimi ka say Koliko for views ni. And Okomadina market so I'm for a bri ba ho untimi ko survey our Madina market. Into we stay outside the market areas. But say rural area how the market no enye for other areas to come. The end is okay. Say Okom Makura Achima Prime market no yeah na to name ho obi free bodu ma obi free friends accounting ma. So it's very local market.
Yeah.
And so you have to know you have to understand your data very well and where you are. So you come across for that kind of views.
It's a regions bear na moye no.
The whole region,
The whole region.
Yeah, the whole Ghana.
It's a Bruno region one mo ko esekwa.
No.
Mo consider esekwa market.
I can't give precisely where this one was taken because or say me who say letter area no your but I don't have that data yet. But your call Bono certain Sunyani West, Sunyani East, and I say Jama North. So we have selection of areas I echo.
That is all crown now we campaign.
I don't know.
You don't even know.
Unless I have
that makes it very clear.
I don't know.
Understandable. Yeah.
I don't know. I have to go into data and drill down.
There's a crown with me regard, you know.
I mean,
with me, shada SQ. Yes,
you can't because it doesn't come from you.
What are mechanism Ben? And mammy tears, yes, I wouldn't mean skilled post and farmer body.
Say you deploy survey noir. All our guys on the ground, no, they receive the survey on their smartphones. Into or survey no say Abia or Adansia Sokwa, this electoral area. On the also you interview 74 people. Or quite randomly, no nam junctions among for etafa regularly, maybe a month for no be in the later areas, not no year interview. Or no year interview panel, would never pay none of us now back.
Ooh.
System so I can see what it's doing in real time.
I see.
So a bar, you cannot go and change the response now or be demand or as a no. Your controls.
They can even expose you.
They can expose you. Say so it look, we have checks and balances. So the point in the banner and Tosuma. Even our field officer, because we say it doesn't entourage.
I see.
So you have to have the integrity, even from the field, to make sure say obi energy. And look, one thing they say, so more feelings, more transfer. Our system at the other end can spot it. Here, say feel survey na any random. The pattern of your response no a bit follow certain way because you have an agenda.
I see.
The system will flag. Say this response is coming in a very particular, unique way, and normal.
System not to say I bet me I said.
Oh, look, we don't sophisticated system. Rent or US from US polling system they use.
Wow.
There were two systems, one made in Israel and one made in US.
Okay, Shadi. Adabi say buy. Yes. And you were able to tell us Dome Kwabenya, the stronghold of Adwasafo, baby ane papa na sorry no warning and call for and I'll say the weak hold police stations that make once ago. Okay. Who some enquire survey say Adwasafo say the next NPPPC. Why they say lady? Nessa be all catch them one mommy specific. Maybe I may your field agent. Me kona me call me share that selected sa police stations na say me head akọ ko bisa nkọ for so e
say your man say ko Dome Kwabenya Dome Kwabenya big you pick randomly electoral areas e bi wo ho a na e wo Taifa North e bi wo ho a Dome East e bi wo ho a e Abokobi e bi wo ho a e Ablaji right nti be say ko Ablaji udru ho a yeah, interview never 20 pe. Oko Taifa, one of doors, interview 50 out of let's say 100 no. The remaining 30 no, your Dome is sebe mau sample allocation no. So untimi ko gina Dome Taifa, enye ni nyina o Taifa, and skill.
Na me ya na Taifa wi na me bana me head aka say Taifa de na me de abehye mu ne.
No, you can't do that because you select. Udru ha and also we have a GPS. Maybe we survey no a pick GPS. And me come me press it, we survey no say we are Taifa. Meanwhile, we were supposed to have done it here. So yeah, among for our system on daily basis, they randomly pick this and check. Say let's say Taifa North, now Taifa Safa. Map no.
Adwasafo, is she still loved by the constituency? Pay your checks normal way any idea.
Two sides. There are those who love her, and those who hate her. And when you have such a character, you have to have unity to win the seat. So in Dome Kwabenya, to be very honest with you, regardless of who the MPP chose, they would have still lost the election.
The next election?
No, the one that we just
the
had.
One.
Because there were people over here hardcore Adjusafo supporters.
Yeah.
They won't vote for Michael Kwe.
I see.
And Okoye, Adjusafo, so they're hardcore Michael Kwe, so almost to Adjusafo.
But it has been there with them since. Then I feel 2024.
It has grown to become a problem, especially after the E11, fiasco. So it became a bigger issue. And I think what really happened is that the female voters in Domi Kwabenya who love Adjusafo preferred Akurugu.
Oh, I see.
So they were a bit biased, gender biased in the last election. Who didn't help Makokwe?
So Omo support to Adjusafo Omo a man.
Yes.
Omo NPP for no.
Yes.
They rather voted for Akurugu because Akurugu is your bar.
Yes.
Oh, I
see, when you are selecting candidate, I believe say if they had gone for a female to replace Adjusafo, a very different story.
Say bese betiasi say nya owura Maakye Kwe ye bema and a castella problem no ho but emum say almost select obi or your oba
absolutely
anaka problem no ho kra no a ebia it could be different.
Yes. Look, the demography of the area is very important.
Yes.
Demography in a trouble.
Yes.
Mema mom go school no omudoso and omunnoso ahena wo degree, right? Nkola ahena wo mema. So all those you have to understand. Then okay, nkola no omudoso no why which side do they want to go? And mass no where do they want to go? So you give the voter what they want, not what you want as a political party. If you want to win, it's not your choice. Give them their choice.
I see. At the NDC there no. Member messages no since ya doso pa onu owura David Ofori champion dey na ababun but NDC there no ebetimi asesa ebia embre ko nanim na no because on bakwa akoyi the flag bearer no 2027 which is 2 years. It's 2 years ni ebet na NPP there next year ebetimi asesa
it will change where a baseline poll as at March. This is what people have told us that they prefer. Now as time goes on, we because we made them or I'm not contesting. The more they withdraw, then people begin to realign themselves.
Yes.
Because list of 14, and year 14. Towards the end, 4 5 big NMCO. So where would the people who supported the candidates go? And how do they see the performance of those who were seen as front runners? We are so the performance perception of the people will play a role going forward
in this ministry.
Yes.
If I say ministerial position, it
will annul to his benefit. Whether you're Minister of Education, Minister of Finance, Minister of this and that. So the young guys know it is only their performance that could give them that position, not by their names. They will drop you.
I see.
So the names will keep changing position. If Jindana say Uncle Biema, those supporting him, where will they go to? Right. So those alliances will form and generate, and the new people may come in the race, which could change the dynamics. So where a baseline pool until the next 90 days, it's not called maybe someone you will see where the numbers are moving to, and you can see who are making progress and who are making who are retrogressing in their polling perception. So it helps them to see where the people think or how people think. And also look, about 75% of Ghanaian voters today are under age of 44 years.
Yes.
44 years.
Yes.
75. What is the age group of the NDC guys, you know? The young ones now almost show up in the polls. How old are they?
Yes.
44.
44, yeah.
So so Ghana has become a younger population. So that is the reason why some of the older guys are finding it very difficult to break through. Because the younger voters are seeing themselves in these young ones. Demographic changes.
All right.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Okay. There's something that na ye can say about NPP for there, but na no maybe our year sa voters preference for NPP leadership in 2028 na debate be by na my dwena masonten ka me momo e display ba but ubetimi ahwe me phone no any screen.
I have it.
Okay. Oh yeah, menim se bia camera no betimi a capture enkofo se wo share da na ma Canada Japan on se wo hwe de wi a waya ade no udu obi ade de hye ho no by Canada Japan de na as ni ti no ebe wasen Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ever the debater ye cry newsroom kwa na ye debate on say adwibia you are playing the minds of the people. I just like then it years we go be water 25.1% ni 48.81 then now record the Japan tino it because we say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Okay o hwe adai ni mo picture no a edinko train no a unhu bibia so hu ebekata train ni nyina unhu hwe odi Brian Champion so di ekata ni chart no a unhu hwe foni kwa no be hu the same thing you drew Ken hono. Honestly the Ken should have come into the diagram red button no na ba o me akosoro so the mistake that me is man fa Ken answer the box no mu because he can fit in the box. So until their own fit in the box not yet need the abasro. So that was the reason.
But I share read the 25% too. 25% graph no. As compared to the 48.1% graph no. Was 25 no 48 there is almost like a half of the half of the 48 no. But it looks like the graph no ya kwa no no mo fi say eno na timi e catapult Ura Canada Japan mano.
Ghana for him.
You be very careful. NPP for the Biano Odipo Babontia. Did they get a negative feelings? It's like they think that you are working for NDC.
Almost psychic and a mindset. And Oma have about this mindset for very long time. And that is eating them inside.
Yeah.
And when you bring data out, that is supposed to inform them.
Yeah.
But it's understandable, sir. I mean, if you are in this position in terms of polling, no party will feel at ease seeing polling numbers like this. But the good thing is, at times, you see Baumia for na fi da omo kan fo kakra na omo abaso edu time so na ken fo so mo so abasa da bo kakra. I think look we just do data, and as data e be do be a do no be anyo do be so a be de o dey fanesa, but work with it. Look, I sincerely hope say behind the behind the scene, they are making good use of that data. I mean, that's the prayer I pray for them every day. Because if they joke it again, it will blow up again in their faces.
No, on my friend, Ebi NPP mu asha da friend.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've made quite big men in MPP.
On my friend.
Oh yes.
On my friend, no, I see them.
No, data. They don't understand the data. Look,
say explain
yes,
widely.
Different. There are people, high-level people in MPP. They've sat down with me, sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. Want to know what is happening. What do you understand by this data? There are people within the flock. They talk to you. I can't mention names, but they do, honestly. Because Omuni say you are doing something unique.
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes I met one of them a couple of weeks ago. They spent almost 2 hours trying to understand my methodology. But somebody who is a PhD holder among them. Because Oman assurance said, what we are trying out is scientific and it has all the rigor it requires. Because of the figure in the bar, he wouldn't doubt it. And when we left, the person was so happy that we've been able to explain every concern he had.
I see.
Because you see, garbage in, garbage out. So one fact I'm picking the data no, they were about to be useless. So once you are okay with the methodology, it means whatever comes from the report, you're okay with it.
Okay. Na member messages no sisi. Mamusa asimi na ye fan reading messages no. Kanokre pa fa che. I see ye wo enkofo mo ye your auditors. Omo audit fancy bia oko institution bi mo no audit your international audit firm KPMG mo ne sai no man. Ene wo auditors ankasa aban yi. Aya omo methods a omo tim ye calculations. Ibukuta 12 methods. So the bichi.
For example, I'm an accountant, so I know
how good. You see people hono sebi obi kura diska no diska obetimi audit ade ne way ebe shem pepepe na ka kire time na nkofo demonize on say papa wo hadwene ade na wo ye ne nya ne kre wonimade wo boa wo gu animu ase posters ahodo ana ebo wakutia ne sa no ma ye to aba no wie bibe power chow ibia no me ankasa me chef pa rapol adomochi. I should have done this but I have to. Now rapol adomochi etira the TV so I apologize to you. Eba say no a entimi ma sad no get into your head for you to do more practice. Abra yenhunu because of say enkofo abeje wadi dia o predict ye no abam ama nkofo power chow ni tino afa na bia wodi bedi bone afa bo we say ade no enye ne kura na wakukuru dia beto Ghana for so just to fetch something from someone.
Look, o share me background me full-time job enye poster. Enye polling na me DD. And my integrity for me is the most important thing I have as an asset. My credibility is the most important thing. I don't value wealth. No. People who know me know who I am. Up to date, or base. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me.
Yeah.
So who I am perceived, how I see myself is the most important asset to me. I will never, ever, and I have never, ever manipulated any data to show any outcome.
I see.
Never in my life.
Never in your life.
No. Look, sometimes you say data that will go against your feeling, but that's not your feeling. Your feeling is different from the data.
Yeah, it's the masses.
You are saying, say, you are presenting the views of the public, and as a Muslim, one thing Islam forbids is lies.
Yeah.
If you misrepresent the views of Ghanaians, it is much bigger sin than me twisting the views you had.
I see.
Yes. Ghana say what we tell people, they say, we want to gather your views. We say unya kwai enfre radio station en complaining. Unya kwai en kwa buying ho en kasa buying we en hami. But we can't how the government will hear about it. The parties will hear about it. So catch them and they will hear. After showing them about this, and you go and lie about their views? No. And secondly, Global Info is a market research company. Your clients, bigger clients who are not political parties. So when you do something in the political arena, it could damage your brand in the commercial business. Some of the people that have spoken to us, data, there are multinational, international companies. Some are global researchers for investment. They control billions of dollars investment. I can mention Fitch Solution. Yeah. They advise corporate on sovereign bond investors or bond holders. Yeah, data no more useful. Yes, some it will affect the way they see us. Secondly, Goldman Sachs. People know Goldman Sachs. They call us, we should give them permission for them to use our polling data in their report to investors. Now, I mean, we don't behave like that. You see, this country is so poor in ethics. We don't value ethics to the extent that people do what they want. Professionals, from lawyers to accountants, anybody. Ethical behavior in this country is close to zero in many cases. Obia is like that. Some of us were trained properly in an environment where ethics is very, very valuable, highly regarded. And that ethics and our kind of say the issue of honor and the baha. I've worked in the UK almost 10 years in the UK, doing things that are right, and that has framed who I am, backed by my faith. I won't lie to Ghanaians.
Ne kwakwa mu no. Also obi to say Fitch for ya kan wo me international research firm.
Yes.
Ye wo Kofi we say Kofi mo ye say Accra is the Numbia.
Yes.
And so so ho sometimes no obi a aban bitimi to on Safra Burkina Faso government bi a Madagascar government ni abi. Ye obi to say Professor Larry Gibson Baltimore University. NPP for na baha abe research say on be research say on betimi awini a. Has any country be a consulted that? Research.
Look, in the last election, let me tell you, I don't know who hired them. There was a consulting firm in UAE. Our friend said they want us to pick data for them on Ghana's election for their client. Oman country say people in high homo, say gum the high homo, say MPPU, say NDCU. We don't know, and we didn't care.
I see.
We have recently been in
no, almost one person here.
They want to do a poll on who is going to win Ghana's election.
Ghana's election.
Yes.
Or me idea what you or Dubai.
Or me a political risk consultant. And will be free room. We don't know, and we don't care to know who.
Oh, but so Dubai is all over the world.
Absolutely.
So it's on online. So people
from
see you.
They ask, and we do the work for them. I'm the coy.
I see.
We don't know who sent them, and also they
is it all quite true?
Oh yes, we've done some
to
work.
God be the glory.
We've done some work recently in Gabon,
Okay.
We're gonna
ye baby in common and basically besa baby but catch ye.
Yes.
Mr. Dida dan kwati we dey say na eduka me kana me ya fache me. You are Muslim.
Yes.
I'm a Christian.
Yes.
Shekamane catch Ghana for. Have you been offered bribe before to do a swayed or a concocted post? Same encofor to sway encofor adwenda. Have you been offered?
They are scared to come to you with bribe, with money.
Beyond bribe order.
Look, let me tell you 2 instances, and I'll mention 2 parties. In 2019, time I started here, somebody through some media house, a friend say, or party be say, or say, oh boy, na your poll. And I told him, say, we don't need any party to support us to do anything. We use our own money to do what we are doing. Thank you very much. No more. In 2022, another party came. So they want us to work with them, to embed with them. And I said, we don't embed with any political party. No, we won't. Because almost try and sign, then you become conflicted. And then last one, somebody came to me, called me and said, Memra, now I say ye poll be na yen famana I be show certain direction. And I told him, say, Global Info doesn't do that kind of business. I don't want to mention names because we confidential. But there has been attempts to kind of infiltrate, influence. We said no. Because we value the truth more than the money you're going to give us.
Yeah.
Look, me here car for car main driver is okay for me. I don't need to build house. I have my own house.
And to do BSC
I don't no, not one dime from any political party.
Ubi so for contract to say ya do we say for my my ska.
No, who frame me as a private client? Person who say one me win me lose wa. Me ya mo en kan e radio en kan.
No mun tu sika.
No, they pay.
As you say they pay about say be say bia.
And no
10 cities no mu ko 1,000 cities.
My example be a publisher report be yeah. One of the reports. And I say it charge 10,000 cedis for the report. A open price. Ubi frame me say he will give me 20. Me say no, price near 10. And I took only 10 and gave 10 back to the person who he sent to me. So fuck off, that's not the price. I don't want to mention them, but the person knows. Former minister.
I see.
So look, when you are into this business, every little thing you must really think carefully. Because fact, 10,000, 20,000 now, what does it tell? A wider ethical implication.
Okay. ma me read me ba momo tie me Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enkofo say religion play role and ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia timi win election. Oba be answer that but ma me read some of the text messages and say na fair to them. We also say also Musa Dankwa can say anything also Musa Dankwa can say anything. It's obvious he's sympathetic to NDC Kwesi from Aguna Swedru and Odiaba. OPK Patriotic Voices goes to regards to Dr. Digitalization, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Mr. Amankwa Ejare Isaac, NPP Sunyani West constituency, second vice chairman. I agree with the NPP minority in demanding accountability and transparency in the 2 aircraft which landed at Kotoka International Airport. You want to see good morning, say I'm really enjoying the show from data analyst. I was a presiding officer for the just ended presidential elections at Abrepo in the Bantama constituency. During the voting day, I saw a lot of guys grouped near the polling station demanding 20,000 Ghana cedis from Asenso Boache. Honorable, when I inquired why they were not coming to vote. To my surprise, I was told they have not received any money. Why some of their colleague delegates have received about 200 million, which is 20,000 Ghana cedis, and the same time giving protocol for jobs. So I think NPP should extend the electionary college to allow a lot of party faithfuls to take part in the decision making. Okay. You will see Mr. Ziega, Dunkononofen, and I'm a Kasadi Free Hospital. Also take money. I say, okay, I say Dunkononofen. Okay, well, old message. Okay, I say, good morning, Mr. Ziega. Dunkononofen also takes money. I need your number, please. You are my mentor. Moreover, in two Fordros cocaine allegation and ECG container case, where does it land? The nation needs update, please. Okay, Chris, or if you don't go on offend, but Chris, Ebema update now. Was it good morning, please? Tell the EC chairperson to pay the temporary and then the catch it. We was good morning, my host. In fact, I've been following you since, and I can tell you that you are one of the best hosts among the equals. Keep it up. I wish you well. Elder John Yao Amache is my name, Tema. Okay, thank you very much. It was a good morning, please. My name is Alexander from Eastern Region. We should drop Bawumia and bring Kennedy Ejapon. Let me take it again. It was a good morning, please. My name is Alexander from Eastern Region. We should drop Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and bring Kennedy Ejapon as a flag bearer for NPP, period. Okay, we on KBBB or see period. Okay. All right, I say good morning, please. My name is Ohineba. Please, your panel are doing well, but my problem is some of the NPP communication team are so gentle, because that. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Musa Dankwa.
Yes.
Baby. I say good morning, host. Kindly ask Musa Dankwa that if he has asked a question like, if someone is found guilty of a crime, should the person be removed from office? It's a legitimate question to be asked. Correspondent. Okay.
Maybe side.
I'll be side. Okay. You will see Ziega. Good morning, please. Some teachers are from College of Education who were posted on September hasn't received any salary till now. Okay, and on the amount. On and on. Okay. Now.
Religion.
Yeah, baby. More messages are here. Meton was married in a dos papa na catch.
Look,
Orat Bawumia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Religion play role ever NPP defeat?
I think so.
Why and how?
Why? Look. So we are a researcher. You must be crafty in getting a true response. A free omwa onyomudin no. Ebisa almost said, what are the top 3 issues that made it for you to decide to vote for A or B? Top issues number 3, economy, unemployment, and education. Maybe one.
Yeah.
But there were so many other reasons as well: health, sanitation, ethnicity, religion, and so on and so forth. But we asked you to give us only 3.
Mm-hmm. 3.
But in that instance, no, if religion is 4, you have no chance to tell us. Mm-hmm. Because it's a 6 to 3. In no, Italy, accommodate economy, unemployment, and additional important. So I'll choose these 3, and I'll leave education because I've not been given the chance to leave to list everything. We share that response now. Then ethnicity and religion will always be at the bottom, because the man has only 3 choices out of 10. On for religion and find tosro because the comedy. So we understand now you don't see the clear picture or the role ethnicity played in the decision. So we went a step further, and religion free all this, and say, okay, how important was the religion of a candidate to you in how you voted? So that one was a question on its own. Now you want to see how important religion is if he is to ask, or if he's been asked to really opine on religion. And that's where it gets interesting. Nationally, about 10% of voters say religion was an important issue for them. 10%. Now, if 10% of, let's say, 18 million voters say an issue, that is 1.8 million voters.
Yeah.
Right? Now, we just didn't end there. You share data with regards to almost say religion is not important at all. No? Almost too about saying. Almost say somewhat important. No, almost too the same. Because that's where you see people really telling you what they did.
Yeah.
Omama said not important at all in the talk about that day, no. Talk about Mokon and be some of these questions on the very day that I'm.
Oh, I see.
Yes, as it po. What's your response no? Omama so issue for them. No. Baomina 38%. Mahama 58%. Omama said it was important to know. Mahama 55%. Baomina 36%.
I see.
Now, we didn't even stop there. Long before year 2020, no, it be sa Omama in 2020 they say, Otuma. So we look at Christians who were voting for Nanado and Mahama, Muslims for Mahama and Nanado, and then you compare the results were in 2024 no, among Muslims and among Christians. We come a Facebook wall. I've shared some data recently. In the 2020 elections, no, 52% of Christians Nanado. Mahama 46%.
But they are all Christians.
Christians, among Christians, the way they voted in the last election.
Yeah.
Muslims, Nanado 47% among Muslims. Mahama 51% in 2020. But in 2024, Christians for Mahama 54%.
Wow.
And the same Christian for Baumia 42%. So compared to Nanado, Baumia was down 10% among Christians. And then Uba Muslims Mahama got 57% of Muslim vote.
Muslim for non-Twabama Muslim.
Look, it's not a new story. My candidate said Baumia's posture before the elections was not going down with Muslims. We want to show unity back home, but I think he overdid the Christian thing, and the Muslims didn't find that comfortable.
They pissed them off.
Yes,
I see. All right. So thank you very much. Next year said I would have wished that next month you come because I want to watch the chances of Ura Canada Japan. 30 seconds. Say Canada Japan NPP presenting as a Christian. how would they have a chance?
Look, without even seeing the data, if religion was a problem last time, it will not go away again in the next election.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you very much. All right, Commander ya depa but ya Brenna asun sabrede. Ye koni akwakofa ya kwani akwakofa ye sports na but before that no yen wish adofo bi di omo birthday. Yen wish omo happy birthday na yen call happy birthday to Mrs. Esther Einam Hoto our ICGC Covenant Temple and our Kotobabi. Happy birthday to you. We Efri Omaho Ejram Sesame and Atu and you see and wish you happy birthday. Mrs. Esther Einam Hoto, happy birthday to you. Okay, and a happy birthday to Benedicta Boache, a final year student of College of Health, Seri Asafo. Happy birthday to you, Pa Benedicta. Nyakopon ka hwate ben. Amanya kese kopim so be kese pa. From Janet Oforiwa and I see we yemfa we see amount. And a happy birthday to Mrs. Matilda Asonso Asenso Adomakon. Mrs. Nyakopon ka ho. Amanya kese ontre wahyiemu. Amanya kese kopim so be kese pa. Happy birthday to munina. You're from Nana Frimpong Ziega. When I'm at this super morning flight.